Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day. We're talking about saving your marriage, saving your relationship. A lot of people will tell you they wouldn't put up with this, they wouldn't put up with that. But when you marry someone, and you've made a lifelong commitment to that person, you need to communicate and try to work it out. Ephesians 5:22 says, "Wives, subject yourself to your husband, and the husband is the head of the house, as Christ is the head of the church." We need to be whole, and we need to be happy. We need to be in a relationship with someone that builds you up and wants the best for you. You don't want to be with somebody who's brings you down and doesn't respect you. So a lot of issues in your marriage have to do with respect and knowing each other and knowing your needs, spending time together. Some of us have small children, and we need to have order in our houses, in our homes. And that comes from disciplining our kids. Parents need time together, alone, without the kids. So if we have discipline in the home, we say, you know, mommy needs to spend time with daddy, then we need to have kids that aren't going to act out, be disruptive, and cause us to not have that time together. Proverbs 13:24 says, he who spares the rod hates the child. You can't let your kids run you. So that's why I was talking about discipline. And if we don't start them out when they're young and teaching them discipline and respect, then most likely the older they get, the harder it's going to be to keep them in line and get them to be responsible adults. So they need to learn discipline, order, and respect. They need to learn how to sit and be still. Even like sometimes in church, we need to take time to at home to make our kids sit still and have a quiet time, so that when they are like out in public places or in church, that they're not acting out. They know how to sit still and be well behaved. Remember when they used to say, tell kids, well, they used to tell us when we were kids, don't talk when you hear, don't interrupt when you hear grown folks talking. And they used to say, children should be seen and not heard. That's because when adults had things going on, and they were doing adult things, you shouldn't have kids running around and being unworldly. So you can find some of that in, see, 1 Peter 3:7 says that you should dwell with your wife according to knowledge. So you need to live with your wife, and you need to have an understanding of her ways and how she feels and what she thinks, and vice versa. You know, you may ask them, are you hungry? Or what would you like to eat today? Or how was your day? You know, what would you like to eat tonight? What would you like to do tonight? You know, you need to get to know your spouse and spend time with your spouse. Ask them how their day was. And, you know, not be going on and on about everything all about you. Get to know your spouse. Let's see what else I got here. We got to put in our work at home too. We can't just go to work and come home and go sit and play on our game or watch TV. We have to realize that a relationship is work too. Take that time out with your spouse. It doesn't make your spouse feel good when they come home, and as soon as they come in the door, you're beating them down, you're griping and complaining. We need to have communication in our relationships. And, man, you can't just ignore your wives all day long and then expect when you get in bed to just jump on her and have sex. Foreplay is all day long. Maybe you could call her or text her, let her know you're thinking about her, tell her you love her. Maybe, you know, when she cooks you a meal, you can give her a kiss and say thank you, that was good. Don't just think that you can just jump on her and want sex. Remember, foreplay is all day. Compliment her. Because if you don't, someone else will. And when you've got other people out there complimenting your partner, they may be drawn to that attention, and we don't want that. They'll flatter them and knock them off their feet, and the next thing you know, they're pulling them away from you. These are simple things that can be done when you're in a relationship, just to let someone know that you appreciate them and you care about them. Let your man know he's a man. Make him feel like a man. Tell him he looks good or smells good. He's sexy. We have to build each other up. Communicate. Let them know that they can talk to you and trust you with anything. And don't be offended or defensive when they tell you things. Hear them. Act on it. Pray on it. Isaiah 4:7 says, women will take hold of one man. Excuse me. Isaiah 4 says, 7 women will take hold of one man. Aren't you tired of losing men and going through all the drama in relationships? Don't you want to have a long-lasting relationship? And don't let society show you how to lose a man. They'll tell you all kind of stuff. You listen to all these reality shows and everything else, and then you'll start bringing all that stuff into your relationship and making your relationship fail. Deal with your issues at home. Get away from all the mess. Address your relationship issues. And the people that think that they know something about relationships and want to tell you how to deal with your relationship, have you ever noticed that most of them are single? Yeah. They're telling you what you should do, and they don't even have a man, or they don't even have a woman. So we need to get away from taking advice from people. If you want to take advice from somebody, take advice from somebody who's had a long-lasting relationship. Take advice from the church, your spiritual leaders. And as always, I thank you for listening. Take care.